Good afternoon. My name is Philip Sandifer, and I'm currently making this video as I'm wrapping up my day at work. I currently live in Guam. It's a territory of the United States of America. I moved here and was stationed here about a year ago. Beautiful island country, really close to the ocean. We have a lot of tourism here from Korea and Japan and stuff. So we have a lot of people out in the Pacific that come out here for vacation and honeymoons and stuff. It's a beautiful area, and I love it very much. Um, I currently am an active duty Marine, as you can tell. I've been in the Marine Corps for approaching 18 years. My dad was in the Army. He retired as a first sergeant, which is the rank that I currently am now. So it's exciting that I was able to make the rank that he finished as. So it was a huge milestone for me and my dad when I made it to the point. Something that we're very excited and we shared in conversation about it, which was awesome. So I have been in school, pretty much started online college um, in 2015 is when I did my first class. Was on a deployment, did two classes there. There's a little bit of lapse in my time in college for a couple of years. Did a couple more classes, and then it lapsed again. And ever since last year, I made it a mission of myself to take two classes every session. It was like a non-negotiable thing. So I've been hitting it for the past 3 semesters, and pretty excited about that. But it's a huge journey of mine to eventually get my bachelor's in business. I've changed my degree plan a couple times, project management, psychology, a couple of things. So it's kind of challenging to know what you want to be when you grow up. So after the Marine Corps and I hang up this uniform, I'll have to move on to something else. So still trying to figure out what exactly that's going to be, but I think business might be it. I'm currently in statistics as well, really enjoying it. So I think there's a passion of mine maybe with math. Macroeconomics has been kind of involving that as well. And it's something that kind of exciting as I learn more about the formulas and ways to utilize them. So it might be where I go in the future, but only time will tell. Um, so some of my outside interests, I currently train for triathlons. I love swimming, biking, running, lifting, doing all that kind of stuff. I like to stay physically active. A lot of hiking out here in Guam, swimming out in the ocean and stuff. So I train for triathlons and currently and I'm training to get faster in my 5K. So I do a lot of that when I'm not working. I am doing fitness. I'm obviously doing college. I'm in 3 classes this semester, which is very challenging. Not sure if I'm going to do that again, but currently doing it and making my way through it. It's exciting, but it's just balancing my life. Aside from that, I volunteer. So out in the community, I volunteer at Gaines Animal Shelter. I'm the only animal shelter here on Guam. We have a huge boonie problem out in the community, which might be where I go towards with the civic engagement plan. We'll see something about animals. It's a huge interest of mine. So maybe that will be where I go, but we'll see as we learn more about everything within this class. But I also volunteer with the Red Cross. So we do blood drives, we do build um, kits for people elderly to do just their batteries and their alarms, um, fire alarms, and things like that, as well as we do renovation of a veteran cemetery. We're doing some painting there, so we do that pretty much once a month. We have a couple events and stuff that we do, and I kind of push the word out to the Marines and stuff here on Guam. So kind of exciting. Those are my passions. So I joined the Marine Corps. Was born in Germany, moved to America around 5th grade. Like I said, my mom and my dad both were in the Army. My dad retired after 20 years as a first sergeant. My mom just did 5 years. She was a surgeon tech, and my dad was military police. So I was very disciplined growing up. After 9/11, kind of sparked my interest to do something with the military. I chose the Marine Corps. So that's kind of how I got into it. Was interested about the challenge of being in the Marine Corps, which I in my mindset is the toughest branch and very physically demanding. But do less with more, very passionate, very professional. I was challenged and looked into that. Like kind of was interested in that and wanting to be like I seen Marines and they carry themselves differently. So something about it that I was like attracted to the challenge, physical fitness, leadership qualities, and then just the pride of belonging and being in the strongest, toughest, most lethal tip of the spear branch. So started on the infantry, did air traffic control. I'm a martial arts instructor. I'm a quiz instructor, which is a water survival training instructor. Done so many different things. I was a drill instructor, so I made Marines for 3 years. I've been able to do a lot through my career. So that's kind of how it was then. But as I developed my own personal identity throughout the Marine Corps, I realized that I'm very family oriented with my family. A couple relationships that fell apart. I'm currently in a very healthy one with my girlfriend that lives in the Philippines, so it's long distance. I do enjoy traveling. I've been on the Pacific. I was in Japan for 3 years. Now I'm in Guam for 2 full years. And I'm going to try to go back to Japan, the island of Iwakuni or Okinawa, or go to Korea. But we'll see. We'll have to be out in the Pacific. So traveling is a big thing that I'm important. It's important for me. Uh, Getting a college education. Now that I've been really focusing on lifelong learning and that aspect, it reminded me how important it is. And unfortunately, I didn't make it a priority in the past, but it's something I really wanted to do, and it's a huge thing that I deal with every single day. There's always hours that I'm invested in or reading or learning about something. And it kind of it's a huge interest of mine, and it's something I look forward to actually doing. And then just future financial stability. I bought a home out here for the first time, huge investment. I'm looking to build that property up and then rent it out and things like that. So potential career outside the Marine Corps. What am I going to do? I need to be financially stable, maybe for a future family and stuff. So it's a huge thing that I am focused on. And obviously, being in the Marine Corps, I always try to inspire, motivate, advocate, hold accountable all the Marines within my unit. So I'm always trying to like get to know them at a personal level and make them better individuals. And also here on Guam, we just moved to Guam. A lot of military members are moving here. We're trying to make sure that with the community, we're representing ourselves well and being good stewards of their land here, even though it is a territory of the United States of America. It does feel a little bit foreign. There's a lot of culture here. There's been a lot of different ethnic groups and civilizations that have come through here throughout the time period. Spaniards, obviously World War II out here, Imperial Forces Japan. There's been a lot of different groups out here. So they've been through a lot, just like we all have recently with COVID. They also got hit with a huge typhoon here a couple years ago. So there's a lot going on, and their economy is slowly growing, and more Marines and military members are coming here. So it's exciting. So I'm excited to be here, excited to learn more about this class, to see more about how I'm going to devise and plan my civic engagement plan. But that's basically a little bit about me, where I came from, um, what I'm hoping to get out of this class, and my career and my education, and a little bit about my civic plan would be something probably to impact, obviously, throughout the impact of COVID. They're trying to grow their economy. And then throughout the typhoon, there are some stuff that the roads are kind of damaged. The lighting here on the roads is very dark. I don't know what their plan is to get better lighting out there for safety concerns like that. Sometimes there's it sounds crazy, but there's a couple like road stop signs and stuff missing in some of the communities. Um, and then obviously there's a big boonie population. They call them boonie dogs, but there's stray dogs everywhere. And they got mange and skin diseases and stuff like that. So it's a little unsightly, and there's so many of them. And then there's just roosters and chickens everywhere. You hear them all the time. So maybe there's something the government could do to police these things up. But like we're learning about, it all comes down to somebody speaking up, forming a group of common-minded individuals, and putting a plan of action, and then driving it forward. So who knows, maybe that could be me here. But I'm excited to learn more about this stuff, political science and things like that. I've never been the best with that stuff. So I'm hoping to be more confident, understand how to speak about it. And as a Marine in the government, right, as the DoD, as a service member, I should be able to speak on these things to my junior Marines and service members. So I want to be more confident in that. It will just help me as a leader as well. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good day.